When I started learning golf, the club that troubled me the most for the longest time was the fairway wood. Even if I was lucky enough to hit a good shot with the driver, the thought that I would definitely miss the second shot with the wood dominated my mind. The result was always topping when a pit ball is nicely placed on the fairway grass. And you make such a shot, the golfer feels embarrassed and loses their fighting spirit. However, now the club I am most confident with is this wood. Turning point was a single piece of advice from my teacher during my beginner days. What is topping? It literally means hitting. Top of the ball. Why do you hit? Top of the ball. And they say you should sweep with this fairway wood. But is it possible to hit it like an iron? If you look closely, the design of this wood club seems to suggest that you should sweep it when viewed from above. Looks quite flat, doesn't it? If you check the 3 conditions I am about to tell you, topping will no longer occur. The first thing is the setup. This applies not only to the fairway wood but to all shots, including putting. Setup. Balance is fundamental. No matter which club you use or what shot you take if you experience topping, your companions will tell you that you lifted your body. That is an accurate interpretation, but it is only the result. Why did the result of lifting your body occur? It is because you were bent over during the address. Most instructions tell you to place your weight on your toes during the address and to straighten your waist and lift your chin. If you are bent over during the address and lower your head, you will fall forward. That is why they teach you to lift your chin. However, this is wrong. It is not just a different method. It is wrong. You place your weight on your toes. You will inevitably stand up at some point during the swing. You will either stand up during the backswing or when hitting the ball, because you need to avoid falling. If you were to take a practice swing while standing on the edge of a cliff, would you really place your weight on your toes? Our swing performance is most affected by balance. On a slippery floor, you can't use all your strength because you have to focus all your efforts on maintaining balance. Try releasing the cocking like this and bending your knees vertically. Your weight should be in the center of both feet, and you should feel like your entire body is supported by your feet. This is the first condition. The second condition is single target. Golf is difficult because there are 2 targets. You have to hit the ball and also aim for target. In fact, can't achieve both at the same time. Any people tend to act towards target rather than ball, which is why topping occurs. With the ball in front of you, you are acting over there, so you are not fully throwing the club at the ball and are instead throwing the club towards the target direction. If you stand at a certain position, your result is already determined. If I stand here, it will go this way, and if I stand there, it will go that way. It is already decided. If you need to position yourself here to make it fly over there, all we need to do is fully throw the club pad at the ball. You only need to think of the ball as the single target. The third condition is to throw the sole of the wood downward. Due to the characteristics of irons, the leading edge protrudes more than the face, giving the impression that it can easily lift the ball and hit it sharply. However, this wood has a relatively upright face, with the leading edge set back, making it look like the ball won't lift well. Additionally, because of the concept that woods should be swept, makes you think the ball should be hit thinly. This leads to topping. Ball. If the ball is to your left, it will naturally be swept. However, required intention is Downward blow from the top of the backswing. You need to throw the sole of the club head behind the ball. It's not about dragging and hitting with the leading edge, but rather throwing the sole part behind the ball with balance centered between both feet, ball as the target, and throwing the sole part behind the ball. The wood that troubled me the most for the longest time became my most confident club overnight, inspired by a single piece of advice from my teacher. That advice was to just hit it like an iron. I tried to hit the wood like a wood. However, the result was always topping by maintaining balance in the center of both feet during the setup and focusing on the ball as the only target if you hit the bottom of the wood. Down blow behind the ball, you will achieve beautifully flying second shot from the fairway